Hi again, everybody. It's YouTube's laziest hardcore gangsta rap enthusiast, and this is the Half-Assed Rap Show hosted by David Movrin. I, of course, am your host, David Movrin, and today, as promised, I'm going to delve into Gangsta Pat's 1992 release.
It's all about Comin up. Y'all ready for this? Tell them what it's all about. Y'all ready for this?
Now, I kind of touched on it in my last video, but in case you missed it, I've recently become obsessed with the rap releases by Ichiban Records, and as I was looking through their catalog online, there was one release that stood out above the rest for whatever reason, and that release was, of course, It's All About Comin' Up. I'm not sure how rare the album is on cassette, but what I do know that in the short time that I have been collecting cassettes, that any rap album put out by Ichiban has been long out of print, which is why, as you would imagine, I was very excited when I found a sealed copy for a mere 99 cents. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but Gangsta Pat's like one of the earliest adopters of Southern rap, and, according to the internet, he was like a mini DJ Quick in that he wrote, produced, and performed all the instruments on his early recordings. Not the case with It's All About Comin' Up. Now, let's take a closer look at the album's cover art. Here we see Gangsta Pat in all of his glory, wearing an oversized yellow coat while showing off the most expensive watch you could find at Kmart, and a giant silver dollar ring piece to boot. On the cassette's cover, we can see that he's resting his bows on a white stepladder, which was wisely cropped out of the compact disc release. As far as the album's content, it features 12 tracks, and online it's categorized under Southern Rap / Gangsta Rap. And make no mistake about it, It's All About Comin' Up is one of the hardest albums this side of the Western Hemisphere. That is until track 2 kicks in. Track 1 is the album's title track, and Gangsta Pat starts laying the groundwork for what seems to be the rest of the album, rapping about Tech 9s, robbing people, carjackings, all of this, mind you, while the album's production really shines through, because he's using cool vocal samples and other various instrumental samples that only an avid rap enthusiast, much like myself, will be able to place. Very solid and very engaging. That is until track 2 comes on, like I was saying, titled Stay Away from Cali, and any momentum he built up from the first song is entirely derailed. The song's about a girl he did stuff with, and now he regrets it, and then he recalls back to his boys telling him to, quote, stay away from Cali. Unfortunately, the first 2 tracks set the tone for the rest of the album, and what I mean by that is he'll come out all hard and real gangster on one track, only to follow it up with a real stinker. Not to mention the album features an instrumental called Gangsta Groove, which is actually pretty good, but I'm from the school of thought that you shouldn't put instrumentals on rap albums, unless of course you have a featured DJ, in which case it would technically be a DJ cut and not an instrumental, but you get the idea. It just kind of seems like Gangsta Pat couldn't write lyrics for the song in time, so instead of scrapping the song entirely because they paid somebody to produce it, they threw the instrumental on the album as filler, and that's just not a good look, you know, it's bad form. The one track that really killed my gangsta rap bona was the track titled Gangstas Need Love Too, and it's a carbon copy of LL Cool J's I Need Love. Now, I don't know about you, but I find it hard to believe that any gangsta rapper, much like Gangsta Pat, who's rapping about peeling caps and splitting wigs, would choose to include a song like this on the album. I'm going to go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt, and just assume that it was the label's decision to include such a song. It is horrible, and it has absolutely no place on a gangster rap album. There's a few other tracks on the album that didn't necessarily wow me, but as far as the ones that did, I'd say my favorite is either the album's title track or the track titled Gangster Boogie, in which Gangsta Pat channels his inner DJ Quick. The track just oozes with DJ Quick in both its production and vocal delivery. In conclusion, while the album may have its fair share of highlights, the sappy love songs and other miscellaneous southern garbage they threw into the mix really detract from what could have been a truly great southern rap album experience. I'd say skip it, unless of course you find a sealed copy for 99 cents, much like I did. Otherwise, just check it out on YouTube. And with that, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this episode of a Half-Assed Rap Show hosted by David Movrin. I, of course, have been your host, David Movrin. Join me next time as I find out what the B in Eric B and Rakim really stands for.